say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. There's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Hello, family. Baby, it is Sunday. It is Sunday, so we got a family meeting. I'm glad you're here, baby. I want to thank Stephanie. I'm sorry. Stephanie Dean. Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton's hanging around there somewhere. I'm glad. Showtime. Dwizzle showed up. Dorothy Tyndall's here. Joy Peters. Old Bat with two cats. John Winslow. Dolores Grant. Karen Van Wyck. Tammy Ames, our own Lana Lovely. Randy Curvin's in the house. Terry Montgomery, Cheryl Pelletier, and Oddly Wired, and Karen Cormier is out of Facebook jail, I guess, because she's on here tonight, and that's an unusual thing. I'm glad you're out of jail, baby, but keep giving them hell. Martha Olivera, I'm glad you're here. Adina Michael, thank you very much. Dolores Grant, Jane Hansen is here. Thank you very much. And Bud Oakley, thank you very much, Bub. I appreciate it. Happy Father's Day to all our Blue Dot family members out there who happen to be happy pappies today. I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope it was the best day that you possibly could have had. Mine was fantastic. I played some golf. You'd think my family would have let me win, but that was not the case. They stumped me. I was the last one on the ticket. Baby.
Can't blame me. I wasn't in that game.
I know it. I'll let you go. It's the other two.
Well, I mean, we went to go get groceries while you played golf. Keeping up the presidential duties there, playing golf, you know.
Too. Yeah, I got to. You know, keep up with the. Ain't nobody could keep up with that. How you like this shit for a week? I don't know, baby. Where to start? We got 2 books. We got 2 SCOTUS decisions. We got a rally last night that just went fizzle. I swear, I spent the whole evening with a grin on my face, just enjoying it, soaking it up. The whole little rally thing that he had last night. The way they were taking down the outdoor venues where he was supposed to go speak, but nobody showed up to. So, you know, it was a week of enjoyment, kind of watching him getting slapped in the face every time he turned around. And I'm sure a lot of our Blue Dot family members were out there enjoying the same thing. I was on the Tim Cormall show today on his podcast. And there was a lot of good laughs going on at the expense of Donnie. And you know, we look like we have him on the run, baby. It doesn't look like he stands a chance until I read an article today. That's what he thrives on. That's what his base thrives on. The more we hate him, the more they love him. And we're going to be put to the test again this time. The article it makes me worry. Because they're right. This will ignite the right, whatever they want to call it. But I think there's going to be a big difference now because it has been proven in the last 3.5 years that he is a traitor to this country, that he is willing to sell us out to Russia, Ukraine, China, anybody that's got anything they can offer him. He is willing to sell us out to. We have just about every Republican there ever was coming out, except those that are sitting in the Congress and the Senate. Those guys, they're still spineless little jellyfish, and they're too scared to do a damn thing. But others continue to speak out. So yeah, I think it is going to be a different dynamic going on this time, uh, a big dynamic, and I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm proud that you're a part of it. But anyway, yeah, I had a big smile on my face last night just watching all the disaster unfold, and you know he was pissed. You know he was, and as a matter of fact, Bernadette, how are you, darling?
I'm good, John. I watched too. My ears were. I had to, stop every once in a while, put some more cotton balls in, stop them from bleeding and shit. But yeah,
Keep
it
the
was
bleeding under
difficult.
control. It was. He made an ass out of himself again last night. It was pitiful.
Yeah,
But,
what else is new? It's
yeah,
what he does.
it's what he does, and nothing.
I hope he took a really deep breath.
I, I don't know what he would be breathing outside of just the ignorance of
COVID,
those people. Yeah,
just a thought.
just a thought. All
Just a
those
thought.
people in front of him right there. It's pitiful because there was no massive crowd, and I was
No.
glad to see what I did. Let's all get in on the laugh here. Dennis Valadez, how are you, buddy?
Hey, John, Travis.
Hey, man.
Happy Father's Day
well.
officially. You called me earlier on the phone and wished me Happy Father's Day, so I appreciate that, Dennis.
Hell of a nice day. I just want to say.
Yes, you told me, but Dennis went fishing with his father.
Oh,
Outstanding.
hell yeah, man.
Yes, nice pictures, Dennis. Happy
And-
Father's Day.
And
Yeah.
caught
All of
fish.
you gentlemen.
And
Last time I took fishing, I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He's a workaholic. He's retired now, so once he realized that he could get a hunting and fishing license for free because he was a veteran,
yeah,
That works. Damn.
don't have to worry about that stuff. But I'm glad you enjoyed your day. I'm glad your father enjoyed his day, and that's what today is all about. So I know Lone Wolf had a good day, didn't you? You went out to eat, didn't you?
I believe that Lone Wolf just went out to eat,
Oh,
and he'll probably be back later.
oh, I see
So
his
I hope
message
he's having
there.
a good Father's
okay.
Day meal, and
There you
yeah,
go.
cool.
Well, we'll move on down. Miss T, how are you doing, darling? And Miss T have us muted and can't hear. Boy, I'm batting 1,000. SC, are you there?
I am here, sir.
Thank you,
Happy
buddy.
Father's Day to you and every other father out there that can hear my voice.
Well,
God
thank you,
bless
bub. Thank you. Yeah, it's a thankless job, but we do it.
Thankless my ass. If anything, that's the one thing I can give on a daily basis.
My kids are sweet to me. They treated me nice. Travis did a nice post. Tyler wrote a nice little thing. Yeah, it was real nice today. So,
Good,
A
good,
good
good.
day.
Good to hear.
but they
Good to
didn't
hear.
let me win at golf.
Oh.
They both whipped me. I'm thinking, boy,
Well,
howdy.
you can't be on point all the time, John, you know.
Oh, I went off the rails on one hole, and my wife's over there giggling her ass off. Are you shitting me? I said, really, on Father's Day? Really? You going to rub it in that much? Boy, howdy. Karen Van Wyk donated $2 through Super Chat and said, they are called the right because they are so wrong. Indeed they are, Karen Van Wyk. Thank you very much, darling. I appreciate that. Boy, howdy. What a week.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Hank. How you doing, buddy?
Hey. I'm really, really, really well after last night. I watched this show rally thing.
Yeah.
Well, not just last night, the whole week. He's had a rough week.
I started laughing when I saw the empty hole and the bored people inside the hole. And then he comes up and he starts blabbing about. I mean, I lost the plot about 3 minutes in. I didn't know what he was talking about anymore. But then he came to this ramp story, and the funny thing is the Dutch word for disaster is ramp.
Is that right?
It's a double pun. yeah.
Oh, boy,
so it was
howdy
a
shit.
disaster in both ways. And, well, of course, today on Facebook there was this guy who made a video of his return in the helicopter, and he put like really sad music under it, and it was hilarious. So yeah, it's it was
Well,
very good to see.
We're glad the comedy
this
reached
disaster.
around the world, then, so everybody
Yeah,
could
John,
partake upon in his
it's-
ignorance. What's that, Bernadette?
Concerning the whole ramp, and when he spoke on it last night,
Right?
ridiculous. Because if anybody actually saw him and what transpired, there was not this whole conversation that he had with the general talking about his leather-bound shoes and all the rest of that shit. I watched him walk down that ramp. He was scared to death of falling and slipping and sliding his ass down that ramp, which I would have loved to see. And he did, kind of at the end take off in a little run because he couldn't control the momentum because he leans forward when he walks. Yeah. The man's a fucking idiot. Yeah. And you know what? For all those idiots that were there following him and laughing at that shit and thought it was totally funny and all the rest of that, oh, may you all have COVID today and go and spread it amongst yourselves.
If anybody ever wondered where the lowest of the gene pool is in our nation, they showed up last night.
200 of them last night.
Yeah, they showed up. Yeah.
You know what? Shit that came out of his mouth was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I didn't bother watching it. I think I turned it on and watched maybe a couple minutes of it, but then I actually watched the Five Bloods movie.
Oh, did you?
I fell asleep and I think the last I looked, it was had 48 minutes left, and I passed out cold. I mean, it was a long movie.
It's a long movie.
Yeah. So I gotta go back and track down the last 30 minutes of it. But, I didn't watch it because I knew that today I could wake up and see it all on Twitter, Facebook.
There you go.
Over and over again.
And I shared because I didn't hear, I didn't watch the whole 9-minute speech about the ramp. But then, I seen it, this morning on Twitter.
And the water. Don't forget the water.
Throw the glass. But then the Lincoln Project put out a video, and I shared it in the show discussion earlier today. But it is the funniest shit. It just mocks his whole, the whole 9 minutes of his whole ramp speech, and it is funny as shit.
You really have to wonder. You really do. Let me catch this. Bud Oakley donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Happy Father's Day. So saith Bud Oakley." Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it tremendously. That goes out to all our fathers out there.
I do have to wonder, with everything that he talked about last night, right? Yeah. Because what I found entertaining, the few little bits that I watched, because obviously I didn't watch it, but I walked in, it was on TV. And I loved how everybody used the wide shot for one to show just how empty that building was. That was great. But what was even better was while the reporters were talking during his speech, looking down at the floor and just seeing groups of people just turn around and walk out. That to me was funny, but at the same time that made me go, they finally realized this is supposed to be his moment to come out. Oh, we're coming back, and here's going to be my campaign. This is what we're going to do. No, this is just him ranting for over an hour, almost 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And, it just makes me wonder, what was it that he said to finally make them go, I just wasted all this fucking time being out there in line for over a week, and all that other bullshit. I do wonder, what was it?
What they were thinking.
Yeah.
When they were sitting in there listening to him.
Asleep.
Yawning and shit. They have clips of that out there too.
Yeah.
Let me take care of two things real quick. Stephen Craig just donated $2 through Super Chat. Stephen, buddy, I appreciate that tremendously. And then the other one I want to call out is Travis, are you looking at this?
What are you looking at?
This message. It's from Walter Verbenham. It says, "Hey, John, this is my 7th, I'm so sorry, attempt to contact you. I just want to let you know that a tracking number for a parcel I sent you, please respond. It's now in transit for more than a month. I feel that I am invisible. Our internet service is so poor we could not see you when you're live, but I hope you see this message." Walter, I did. And Travis, is there some way he can...
I'm assuming he's contacting on Facebook, so I guess we'll just... Everybody's got to remember...
Walter, if it was through Messenger, I will check my messenger. And again, I am so sorry for people that send me Messenger. To say I'm behind on Messenger would be...
Well, look, it's nearly impossible because you get thousands of messages a day, so it's really hard to get a hold of...
I get quite a few messages a day, and at some point I just threw my hands almost and went, "Oh shit!" Paulette Pacifico, I see you out there, baby. I appreciate it, but Walter, I'm gonna check my messages, and I'll let me wait a minute. Let me write that down before I'm gonna.
What, John? You don't have a personal assistant?
Are you volunteering?
You know I would help.
I know you
I
would, baby. No, I think about that all the time. How many messages I have missed, and what might be in those messages. It tears me apart so many times, because it's almost like it's a lost hope. It's a lost cause. And
but people do need to understand, with 18,000 subscribers on Facebook and over 11,000 on YouTube, and I know with Facebook, you have 5,000 friends.
Yes, I get.
It's kind of you need to understand that if you send a message that way, it probably won't get seen because it goes by too quickly.
Yeah, it has a tendency to boom. There it goes, and now it's 50 messages down, and you Walter, I will do my best to look that up, buddy. If you sent me something, even if I didn't get it, buddy, it's the thought that counts. They always say, and I appreciate you being out there. And I'm so sorry. I know what you mean about your internet service, though. We lived through that for a long time, and just now getting to the point where
it's a damn shame anybody in America, supposedly the richest, the best, only the best.
Only the best in our country.
In the whole world, in history, we have the shittiest fucking internet on the planet.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Squirrel went by my head just then.
No, I saw the truck go by too. I was wondering, I saw a big ass truck go by there, and I was like, what the hell was that? So
Squirrel.
don't worry, I saw the squirrel too.
Squirrel. Anytime somebody comes down the street down here, it's like, okay, who's this? Because
ain't nobody coming down this way.
You ain't going nowhere. So we watch you turn around. Anyway.
Very local.
We don't have high-speed rail in this country. We don't have a lot of things in this country. Because, I don't know, pick a bullshit reason why our congressmen and senators tell us every year. Just pick one. That's why we don't have it. It's because we're too busy spending money on bullshit that we don't need to spend it on. It's time
all the bombs that we're not, selling because
super duper missiles.
Nobody's buying bombs anymore.
Nah, we got super duper missiles now.
You said that shit.
We need to.
The super duper.
Just a big shout out to all the young kids on TikTok who got tickets for this rally.
Outstanding, Hank. Yes, let me round of applause from me too.
Here's the thing.
They deserve a bell.
They do, baby. They do. Let me see. Where's my gong? This is to all the TikTok. What are they, millennials or
here's the thing, as a millennial here.
Zoom generation.
Outstanding.
I cannot stand TikTok. Every time I log in, it's just the content is just not my cup of tea, right? Don't hate on TikTok, it's just not my cup of tea. Every time I've ever gone and browsed the website, never see anything that I like. And in fact, I see a lot of Trump bullshit on there most of the time that I log in. However, hearing this fucking movement going on, I could not be more ecstatic as shit when I heard that
Thank you, Donna.
Like, seriously, hearing that on the fucking headlines today, TikTok is the responsibility of this event going to shit. Holy crap, that blew my mind.
And here's the kicker. TikTok is owned by China, and China monitors everything that they own.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
And a lot of K-pop fans. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of K-pop people went out there and did it too.
Yeah.
I was just so
another
tickled.
shout out. This one is a special shout out to John Bridevo because it's Father's Day and you're the father of the Blue Dot family. So happy Father's Day from all your kids. Us.
Oh wow, did you hear that, Dad? You're everybody's dad.
I'm
everybody. Dad's your dad now.
Thank you very much. Now go clean your room. And I love everyone.
Or check the messages.
Yeah, go check the messages for me. Fix that shit for me, would you? This family has grown so much. I say it all the time, and I am truly, I always say, well, if I was a religious guy, I'd say I was blessed. Well, fuck it, I'm blessed. I really am. With so many kind hearts out there, it warms the heart, baby. Anyway, let's talk about something.
You're blue privileged.
yeah, I'm blue privileged. That's what it is. Ain't nobody paying attention to that around here. I wouldn't call me privileged in my neighborhood. Tracy Peterson just donated $2 from Super Chat and said, "Thank you for what you do. I love you. I love heart it." And she's laughing a lot. Thank you, Tracy Peterson. Thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it. And we love you back, baby. That's my line to everybody. I love you back. Anyway, let's
hang on really quick.
What? I'm
just going to show a little image because everybody who's not a part of the Discord is missing out on something here. And Hank, you'll probably get a kick out of this.
What are gonna get
so yesterday, pre-Father's Day, Dad was like, "Hey, can I come down and fly around in VR for a little bit?"
Let's go do a little fun.
So I snapped a picture while he was in the VR headset.
That's me.
And I figured I'd show everybody here.
That's
so
me.
There's Dad at my computer with flight stick in hand, throttle in the other.
I am looking for my other son who is flying around out there in the sky around me, trying to shoot me down.
Cool.
And
yep.
I had that was an amazing. I love it. It turned out I wasn't half bad at it.
No, you weren't. You were pretty good, actually.
For a first time getting into VR.
What I was surprised with the most is you didn't get sick.
No.
So that was good.
I'm going to get sick. I only get sick if I go in circles too much.
Well, you were in that dogfight with Tyler for quite a bit. So.
Yeah, but I was able to keep my eye on him. So even although the plane was turning a lot, I got my focus on him, looking over my shoulder. And, yeah, it's really kick-ass. If you've never tried VR before, it is indeed a kick in the butt.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the picture now here on the YouTube. Looks like maybe ZZ Top backstage before a show there. You know?
I'm gonna have to do that again. I was on the phone to my brother out in Tennessee, who is an avid aviation nut, and I was telling him I was rubbing it in. Oh man,
I'm seeing some comments coming in here saying they like seeing that. So if anybody wants to see a video of that, say so in the chat, and maybe we'll make a video of Dad playing a little bit of VR.
Dad likes to fly low. I don't like that way up in the sky shit. There's no concept of speed up there. You know what I mean? You want to see how fast you're going, get down around tree level. Them trees flip like by. I'm telling you.
Hit the deck.
Yeah. I like being, if I'm going to fly, I like being low to the ground, baby. I like to buzz the tower, or I want to try to ease up next to your wing. I was trying to tell Tyler last night, because I went inverted. I was flying inverted for a while, and I wanted Tyler to try to get up near me and do the Tom Cruise thing, cockpit to cockpit.
Oh!
Yeah. That's what I wanted
hilarious.
to do. That's what I wanted to do was just, I could get up inverted and just hold her steady if he could just come up behind me and just come up.
Yeah, if you're the leader.
Yeah.
Or do the whole technique where you roll and give him the finger on top.
Yeah. Yeah. Take his picture. Do a screenshot looking down at his cockpit.
Which simulation was that?
That was War Thunder.
Okay, I might join you, and I might send you my nicknames over there.
Please
so we
do.
can fight together.
Please do. That would be
you
absolutely
ain't gonna shoot
fun.
me down, are you?
Oh yeah, you
I
will.
remember. Well, I don't know.
You're gonna shoot me down. I'm telling you.
Depends on how close you get to their space.
No, I remember the old game Battlefield 1942, where you could fly inverted with Corsairs and stuff like that. And I asked a friend of mine to. He was like a figure soldier. I asked him to go up on a hill and just stand there. So he stands there, and I go inverted with my Corsair. And I cut him up with the prop, so he had to log in again. That was brilliant.
Oh, that's hilarious.
A little bit bloody.
I never did get to play the original Battlefield 1942. I got to play a little bit with Tyler at Battlefield 1943, which is the remake, and absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny, I was sitting there yesterday playing a game of soccer, and just someone that I haven't heard from in years called me out of the blue. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, damn, I'm just sitting around. Been sitting around watching movies, playing video games right now." "Oh, what are you playing, Zelda?" And I'm like, "Zelda? No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing Zelda. I'm playing soccer, Call of Duty. I mean, I never did play Zelda when Zelda was popular, so it's like, No, I'm not playing Zelda. Where the hell? I haven't heard from you in a while, but where have you been? Really? Shit. But yeah, it was
in the 80s.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, just one of those things that was out of the blue, and they asked me if I was playing Zelda. No, I'm not playing Zelda. Yeah.
I guess that's just the default video game people go to. Oh, you're playing them video games, so that must mean you're into that Mario thing.
And I'll play some Mario.
I only play one
So
video
do you
game.
use Discord to chat in the game in War Thunder, or do you use the War Thunder servers?
I just tend to stick with friends, so I'll just stick to Discord.
Yeah, we have a Discord room, and then we go in there. Yeah, Tyler was
I'll
flying
send
around,
my
and I was.
to you.
Yeah,
we were talking back and forth.
Travis.
All of you.
Yeah.
My son just got Julian. He just got Last of Us 2
Oh,
yesterday.
There you go.
OMG. Okay, I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse again. Okay, I'm in that mode again. Okay, because that's all I got to say.
I never got to play the first one. I've seen a little bit of it, and the little bit I saw was like emotionally hard to watch, and which is amazing to me when a video game can do that. And
Creepy.
Yeah.
So I know the second one's been really hyped up, so I hope it does good. I got another friend of ours that's playing it right now telling me.
What's really funny is a lot of people are hating on it. A lot of guys are hating on it because the main character is female.
Yep.
But she was the young female at the end of the first one.
I do too,
She was the protagonist, and she was the antidote to she was the cure. She was immune to all that shit. Oh my God, if we had somebody immune to COVID.
For real. It'd be a little Ellie. It'd be a little Ellie.
Right. Well, Ellie is all grown up now. Mm-hmm.
They have found an antibody in Israel, which apparently helps against COVID and kills it dead in its tracks. Also with people who are already ill. But it's still in very early stages of development.
I remember on Bill Maher the other night, he was talking about all these, young people that are signing up to willingly get infected with the virus.
Yes, he did shout out to millennials. He said he always got after millennials and gave them a hard time, but he said that he was impressed that they were stepping up and volunteering for this and doing a service to us old people. Of course, he wants them all to get back out there. And all that. Let me catch up. Steve Craig just donated $3 through Super Chat. Stephen, we appreciate it very much, friend. Very much.
Twice today. Thank you.
I'm glad you got that fixed. I can see my Jenny pop up nowadays.
Yeah, no, everything seems to be working good so far.
Thank you, Lone Wolf. We appreciate that.
I just got to move this mixer back and forth because I'm like, you see this lean I have to do?
Yeah, I see you over there leaning like,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Wait, I don't know why I'm not flipping it around. Yeah, I got to talk like this.
Yeah.
And then move all the way over here to work.
Well, you need to do some of that mic boom.
Yeah. Well, if anybody could see the trough of wires that's in between me and Dad, you'll understand why I haven't moved the mic yet. So don't call the fire marshal.
Yeah.
Skynet.
Anyway,
we had
Go ahead.
We had like Friday. I think we had was it Thursday or Friday here in Florida. We had the largest number. It was like over 3,000 cases in one day. And then it might have been today or it might have been tomorrow. I lose track, but there was 4,000. So it jumped another 1,000 over another 1,000 in another day. And we here in Tallahassee, all the college kids just had to go. All the young people just had to go back to the bars, and we've it's just become like spreading. And so we had this little place called Patients First that has been offering this like 1-day result COVID test. And starting Wednesday, they went from seeing like 50 people a day to like 300-400 people a day. And these are people that are sitting in a car blocking traffic on one of the main streets here in town. And they're sitting there 4 or 5 hours at a time, just waiting to get tested. I shared a video in the show discussion earlier this morning with it. It's just ridiculous. And this is all so they could get a result in one day. But we can go down to Bragg Stadium here at Florida A&M University. In less than 20 minutes, you can get tested for free and be on your way. These are people sitting in a car waiting for hours to pay $175 to get a test because we've had all these like restaurants here in town. Well, this employee has tested, so now all the employees at this restaurant, they got to get tested before they can come back to work, and it's just been a chain reaction, and it's fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
It's sad to see. I mean,
John,
yes,
you
ma'am?
got a couple super chats you need to handle.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby, the one scares me. Yes, let me do this. Renee Aries, please, baby. I love you so much. Check your donation, please. That. Holy shit. Please check your. Make sure that's what you wanted to do, baby. We appreciate it tremendously, but that scares me. She donated $101, baby. That's a lot of money, baby. So please make sure that you hit the right digits there. We love you, baby, but that's out of the ballpark, sweetie. We love you for it, but if that's a typo, back up, and you're fine. Anyway, thank you very much. And John I. Fly donated $20 through Super Chat, and he said, "Hey, happy Father's Day, Pappy John Bravo. You and Travis are doing a fantastic job in the leading of the Blue Dot family. Let's see if we can
rile
old Donnie up by giving him small clan rallies." Oh, fuck Trump. So saith John I. Fly. Baby, we appreciate it tremendously. All the donations that we get go to keeping us on the band. Boy, howdy. That's very kind of y'all tonight. I'm worried, though. Anyway, Renee, please check that and make sure that's correct, baby. We appreciate it tremendously. And John I. Fly, thank you very much. We let him in the room every once in a while, so, what are you going to do with that guy?
Well, I've seen some here that says Florida has, from, I guess, Trump for Prison 2020 in the chat, it says Florida has 7,000 new cases today. I haven't seen that.
John,
Yes.
excuse me, Travis. Renee said, much love from an old 101,
101st
Airborne Combat Trooper.
Wow. Outstanding. 101st Airborne, baby. Those are the people that jump out of airplanes, for y'all don't know. For no good reason, too. The airplane's fine. And they do indeed serve this country with honor, and we appreciate that tremendously, Renee, and thank you for your service. We appreciate it very much, bub, and don't know what to say.
And they fought in the Battle of Arnhem in the Netherlands.
I'm sorry, Hank, what was that?
The 101st also fought in the Battle of Arnhem in the Netherlands, so we also owe them a debt of gratitude.
A debt of gratitude. Outstanding. I'm telling you. They have a long, rich
Thanks
history.
from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm. Boy, howdy.
Salute. Mm-hmm.
That just wow, knocks me out of the park. Anyway, I got to get my head back now. Yes, here in Texas, we are going up in our count every day. And we were talking this morning here around town. They're barely testing here. We're probably doing maybe 15, 20 tests a day. And Marcia made the comment, it's like the cattery, this thing that drives around and has like a bus, and they do spay on cats and neuter. And it drives around, you can get it done for free. Anyway, she says it's like the cattery. They drive around town, they'll do 15 or 20 over there, and then the next day they're on the other side of town. And then last night we hear Donnie talking about, he told his people to cut down on the it's ignorance that's driving this, and the testing I don't think is being done enough. It's not reflecting what's truly out there, and in so many places, especially here in the South, it's on the rise. They're worried about Florida being the next epicenter of this thing.
Well, to be honest, in the Netherlands, we also have a little bit of a problem. I mean, today we had 98 new cases and 1 death. However, there are a lot of COVIDiots at the moment in the Netherlands who are all under the influence of
I
some
thought
guy
they all moved here.
Well, we have a guy who used to be a scholar or a scientist, and he turned dance teacher or something. But he's whipping up the crowds, stating that they are losing their freedom, and because of a new law that everybody has to wear a mask and 1.5 meters have to be put in place. And today we had like a giant demonstration of 3,000 people who believe this moron, and 400 of those people got arrested. None of these people wore masks. None of these people kept distance. So I'm expecting, and a lot of other people are expecting. Yeah, it's like Texas. I mean, we're expecting some more cases very soon.
I do. I get so disheartened when I go into town, and you know, I know my sons, everybody that I know wears masks. But you go into town, it just ain't happening. You know, maybe 25% of the people you see will be wearing a mask. It's very disheartening. It's like they're accepting the same attitude that's coming from Washington. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Just go about your business. If you die, you die. Don't worry about it. That's what, you know, as with everything else in our life, everything else in this country, the mood is set at the top. You know, it is the leadership of the White House that is supposed to lead this country in the right direction. Ever since this man came in, there's no such thing as that shit. It's just not. He is, has been pointed out numerous times now. He is only interested in one thing, and that is himself, his reelection, and you know, I don't know how many more red flags have to go off before the people down my street take down those freaking banners, but they're not going to. They're not going to, and those are the people that I was talking about at the beginning when they say don't count him out yet. His supporters love this shit, that he's tossing red meat around, that he's you know, threatening protesters with violence or whatever the fuck it is that he's up there saying every day. They love that shit. They think it's manly.
Even when he's gone, there's probably still will hang him. They'll probably still be out there. They probably will never take him down. He will be their
hero forever, SC. Forever. You know, even when he's
never
gone,
take him down.
No, he's going to be like the rebel flag. Yeah, Trump will rise again or something.
That's a scary thought to think, like maybe 50 years in the future, the MAGA freaking logos and shit will end up being the next Confederate flag.
He's done left his mark. I mean, it's not like it's going to go away and we're just going to forget about this time in our history. Right. I mean, and then like your dad says all the time, the older cockroaches are going to teach the little cockroaches
that's what they do, buddy.
To hate. And so.
But can any of you shed a light on a story that we are getting here in Europe about black people so-called hanging themselves?
Ain't happening in America? And boy howdy, yes, we have a big fucking problem going on in this country.
Hold on. They have verified that 2 of the 5 gentlemen that were recently announced as committing suicide actually did commit suicide. The families have come out and said that. However, you have the young man who was down in your area, down in the Houston area, and the one in Palmdale, and the one in New York that's still being considered a suicide. And those have not been verified as
Well, Bernadette, I'm glad you said something, baby. I'm glad you did, because it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, thank goodness that it
now
wasn't.
the one man that was up in Vallejo who committed suicide, he was a homeless man. He was very distraught because he could not go and attend his daughter's graduation. And because he's homeless and on the street and didn't have the funds, and so it's looking highly likely, and his family did come out and say that yes, he did commit suicide.
Boy.
However, that being said, just last Tuesday, the city of Oakland also found 5 nooses hanging in a public park that they're investigating as to how they got there. And so, you know, this is
they got there because the man in our house is here.
We know how they got there.
Yeah.
They've been inspired. It is disconcerting because, see, here's the thing. The foundation, I'll say it again, the foundation of this country was built on slavery. Um,
It
uh,
was indeed.
Alexander Stevenson's paper, I can't remember the name of it, but was written. He was part of the Confederacy, and he clearly admits that the foundation of this nation was built on slavery, and that the black man was considered inferior as a law of nature, and that's why slavery is permitted, and why they got to buy and sell and treat us like cattle and all the rest of that shit. Okay. This country's not going to be fixed until it has this conversation, people. It's not going away.
It has to be
Donald
more than a
Trump has opened the
conversation.
door on this, and black people stuck their foot through it. Okay,
Yeah, you ain't
so now
closing this
you
door.
have to deal with it. You're not going to close this door, and this is not going to stop. There's a young man down in Macon, Georgia, who is a one-man protest. Every day he gets out on the corner in front of Chick-fil-A where he used to work, and he holds his sign, Black Lives Matter. One man, every day,
That is
Monday
courage, baby.
through Saturday, all day long.
That's
All
courage.
day long. And
Yeah.
that says a lot. And if one person can get out there and be a one-man protest and have his voice heard,
all
thank
can,
you
baby.
for everybody marching in the streets.
Hell yes.
No matter
Hell
what your
yes.
color is.
Everybody,
Thank
because it's
you.
going to take it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw a video on Facebook the other day that I shared widely. It's a video from the 1980s. It's a discussion panel show in which Louis Farrakhan and white and black people are talking about racism in America.
Mhm.
And a lot of stuff was said in that video, which is actually being repeated at this time. So I thought, when I was young, I fought against apartheid. When I was young, I fought against racism. Have we not learned? Have we fallen asleep?
You
What
would
the
think.
hell happened?
You would think. You know?
Okay, Hank, to your question, have we not learned? No, we haven't learned,
Mm-mm.
because that history is definitely not taught in this country.
No, it's
It's
not.
the one thing that we want to hide more than everything else.
It is. It
It's the
seems
one
like that.
conversation that we don't want to have.
Too late now, baby. That conversation's already started, and I don't think it's going to let up. And
It's not
speaking
gonna
of
stop.
conversations, Ohio Dad 70 donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Happy Father's Day. My son is a retired screaming eagle, 23 years plus, who wished Rump a happy Grifter's Day. So saith Ohio Dad 70, Ohio Dad 70. My friend Joe up in Columbus, Ohio. I spoke briefly with him today on the text message thing there, because he wished me happy Father's Day, and I wished him the same. And I also told him that today when I was on the Tim Cormall show, on the after show, like we have the Blue Room, after the Tim Cormall show, we all sit up there. And one of the guests on the show is on Twitter at an old lefty. And we were talking, and I told him, I said, well, I got a friend up in Columbus. Oh, yeah? Who is it? Joe. And we talked about him and his desire to see exactly what we talk about every day. And it warms my heart because this conversation is going on between brothers and sisters, between people of different races that are just as concerned as I am, as concerned as Joe is for this nation that we live in. And anyway, Joe, thank you very much. And Paula donated $10 through Super Chat and said, "Love my fellow Blue Dots. So saith Paula, and I say we love you back, baby." And Maria Betancourt just donated $5 through Super Chat and says, "DeSantis blamed migrant farm workers for the rise of coronavirus amongst them because they cram into school buses going to work." Yeah, nothing like that, Maria Betancourt. Don't worry about it. It's like a rally. Don't worry about it. Just get on the bus. Get on the bus. No, they don't care.
DeSantis is a Trump puppet.
He's got a bad case of ass-lickitis, as does my governor, Greg Abbott. They get a taste of his shit. I don't know what it is. Does it taste like what? A milkshake or something? I don't know. Shit, I wouldn't get close enough to
Candy
find
corn.
out. I guess.
It must taste pretty.
It must taste good because once they get a lick, they're up in his ass all the time.
Yeah, they never seem to find a way out.
Y'all are being so kind tonight. Way kind.
There's no cure for that, John, I hear.
No. Bleach, I understand. And a light bulb up your ass. I don't know. That's what I heard on the internet.
I heard about that rumor.
Yeah, they ought to try it. Maybe it'll work.
Wonder how that got started.
Yeah, there's somebody, I heard it yesterday, and I can't remember who it was, but I just remember what somebing was saying about Trump. It's like out of 10 million sperm, can you believe that's the one that
That's the
fucking won?
one that got through.
Oh, Jesus.
And look at what we
Thanks,
got.
SC.
Well, I mean, but that's just like, and I don't know how that works or anything, but just the fact that he said that's the one that won. I mean, I
forgot what band I was watching. It was like a compilation of like hecklers at shows and like the musicians owning the hecklers, and that was the first time. I think it was Dave Mustaine of Megadeth called that out to a member of the crowd, and I just thought that was the best insult I've ever heard in my entire life. So someone saying that to Trump, that's great.
Well, there was like the little picture. There was like the little picture on Facebook a few years back that showed it was like the first known picture of Michael Phelps, and it was like and he was just the one out in the lead, So yeah, it's funny shit.
That's great.
Challenger Network.
Yeah, and the best part of the Trumps ran down his mama's leg that night.
Yeah.
We're talking about pulling.
I don't think any of it was a good part. I think the part that ran down the leg just as bad as the rest of the shit that came out of it.
Yeah, but they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
That's what makes them the best.
And
I must say, John, that I'm very happy that the Blue Dot family has support within the 101st Airborne, within the 82nd Airborne, and within some of the troops who are now fighting in Afghanistan, like the guy from Thursday. So big shout out to you guys out there.
Yes.
Amen to that.
His name is Errol Palmer. And
Palmer.
Yes, Errol Palmer over in Afghanistan. We got his postcard. I just love that. It just made my day when I got that, as well as our new members to our family. Along with Commander Blub's Blue Wave, I have Lefty right over my shoulder in here. And, that Blue Bear Clubby, I think he's out there hitting on my wife in the living room. I don't know. I got to watch it. Anyway, I love it all. Wait a minute. Thank you. You got it? You got it? Yep. Okay. Challenger Network just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, Lord of the Ramps, the two Palmer. Outstanding. Outstanding. And if you don't know who Challenger Network is, if you see the artwork at the beginning of every show where it says, Blue Dot Family Live, and I'm sitting on a mapping, that's Challenger Network's artwork there. We are thankful for him, and we use it. It's a solid in our house. So Challenger, thank you very much. Charles Stokel donated $2 to Super Chat and said, Happy Father's Day, John. Thank you very much, Charles. We appreciate it. And Sarge Tech donated $5 through Super Chat and said, hello from a dyed-in-the-wool Blue Dot in Georgia. We must stop the tweeting Big Bird Brain in Chief in November. He must be denied 4 more years. Vote, vote. So saith Sarge Tech, and it's the most important advice you can get. And Teresa Diggum donated $2 through Super Chat and said, LED lasts longer and you are stronger. LOL. So, oh man, I did it again.
Did you knock it over again?
Just a little.
Just a little. Man, y'all are gonna make him blow up the gong. We gotta be careful. That's our beloved gong.
I get carried away with mine.
We'll send you another one.
Did you not see
I
this
like
one?
my ding-a-ling.
What was that, Dennis?
What was that, Dennis?
If I wasn't paying attention or it just hasn't come up, the contribution from Renee Aries.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 101st Airborne. So that's why the number. Yeah, it scared me. Talk about generosity, baby. The family, y'all show it all the time, and it's very appreciated because of the fact that money it gets stacked up. Next month, Google will come along and let us have it, and it comes in a way that we are able to do things with it, and we are so appreciative of it because we have expanded. not only with the donations that y'all make through Super Chat, but also through our Blue Dot family who has blessed us with a mixer over there by Chris Kloss, the new monitors that we just got from Lone Wolf, Michael Sean, who gave that MacBook over there. This whole show and everything you see
Sponsored by somebody, huh?
all sponsored by Blue Dots, baby. Everything you see is here by
It's
a
an
Blue
amazing
Dots.
family we have here.
It is indeed
Amazing.
And we do. We try to share the love as much as we can. I was on Tim's show today, and if you look down in the Discord, you'll find a link to Randy Kervin. You'll find a link to Tim Cormall.
There's gonna be many more coming.
Yeah, there's more coming. We're gonna put one up for Leo. If Leo ever gets done remodeling the house, Leo Sahaki, the Biker Wisdom, has been busy remodeling their new house. So we wish him well.
Saving turtles.
And saving turtles, too. I saw that. Good man. I told him that, too. Good man. He stopped in the road.
We need one for Bob Kincaid.
Yes, we need to put one for Bob Kincaid in there. And, it doesn't matter what voice you're hearing. It's the message that has to continue. And I am so pumped up. The closer we get to November, everybody is on board on the same page. We have to get through this in November. And wow, there's Lived It. Lived It donated $20 through Super Chat and said, "Happy Father's Day, John. I'm here with Mom and Pop now. My pop's name is John, and him and his Munchkin grandma think you're on point. We are watching now." Lived It, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. And Lived It, you can find him in the conversation here also a lot of times. Very active in the Blue Room. This is a very active family, and I again urge anybody out there to download the Discord app and navigate through what you got to do. Travis knows all about that more than anybody else. But this Blue Dot family in the Discord channel is growing exponentially, and I'm loving it. Of course, you might have to speak up when you get in there. So we got to send a referee in there once in a while.
To all the new people that do come into Discord, it gets a little rowdy. We get, sometimes 20, 22 people in on one conversation, and if you don't turn your mic up and use your voice and act like you're part of the family, you will get left out of the conversation. Don't be shy when you get in the Blue Room. Just go for it. You're not going to step on anybody's toes. You're not going to hurt anybody's
scream,
feelings.
Hey, I want to talk. That's fine. We will hear you. Because everybody then will shut up, and now you got the floor. So it's just as if you had 25 people sitting around a kitchen table all trying to talk with each other. It is that way sometimes, but it all has a direction, and the fellowship and the laughter is just anyway.
It's wonderful.
It is.
And the friendships. I've met some awesome people. Some of them are in the room now. We won't mention those people right now because they'll get the big hit.
Yeah.
But there's some awesome people, myself included, in the Blue Room that's there all the time, willing to talk about anything. Anything. If you have a computer that needs to be fixed and a part that needs to be researched, they will figure it out for you. Get it on it.
We really do.
If you like playing video games, if you like drawing, if you like eating, food porn is the channel. If you like gardening, I'll tell you anything you need to know about it.
There you go, baby.
Come on in. Have some fun.
It's a
Meet
family
some more
thing.
family members. Have some heartfelt laughs. Oh my God, we laugh.
Lord.
We have a good time in the Blue Room.
It gets a little rowdy. It gets a little down and okay. Faisal Ali donated $2 to Super Chat and said, "Blue Dot, you are awesome from Minnesota." Faisal, we appreciate it tremendously, and thank you for being up in Minnesota, baby. We need more Minnesotians. Oh, yeah, I can't talk about it yet. Well, we got a letter from Mary Ann.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, got a letter from Mary Ann McLaughlin. Mama was right in the middle of reading. We're about halfway through. So I'll wait to report on it. Marianne McLaughlin up in Royal Oak, Michigan. Baby, we love you. I'm trying to run in my head right now what she was reading to me, the part I already know. Nope, Rolodex is going right now. Anyway, it'll come to me in a minute. But Squirrel. That's it. Just a squirrel. That's a squirrel. Maria Betancourt, how you doing? We appreciate you here. And Elia Esperanza out in California, baby. I said it was your birthday the other day. Happy birthday to you. A little late, but I wrote happy birthday. I did. Elia's been with us a long time.
Talking about squirrels, has
Squirrel?
anybody of you read this MSNBC or NBC news article that there is a cop in Florida or a police officer, police commissioner in Florida who has asked the people not to flush meth down the toilets anymore because you might get alligators who were very aggressive because of meth.
Too much meth.
Yeah.
Don't push the meth.
Yeah, I think that was like a couple of years ago where that thing was going around, Hank. About they were telling you have to flush the meth down the fuck. It was crazy.
Well, I'm sure SC's heard his fair share of Florida man articles, considering. He ain't necessary. I don't know if you are a Florida man.
I got this vision in my head right now. Some guy running up to the toilet with a whole pound of meth. Got to flush all this meth, and he goes, "Oh wait, that's bad for the alligators. I better not do that."
No. It's the alligators, man. I tell you, I got a brother who's one of those guys that is not afraid to pick up anything at any time. And he lived in this place that was like a little retirement community that's on a lake in like Central Florida, where he was working as a groundskeeper and fixing stuff. But we went down there one time to see him, and we walked in the house, and I ain't shitting you. He went out that night because he's the kind of guy that would just get drunk and do shit, you know. And he had like 10 little baby alligators, and we're like, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure Mama Gator is looking for him right now. And this is on a canal, around a big lake and stuff. But he was just one of those guys. I mean, he never had a problem with picking up anything. Him and a buddy one time had picked up a coral snake.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, don't do that. No. Oh, Lord.
And the game warden, one of the game wardens had come by, and they were like, is this a king snake or a coral snake? And the game warden's like, well, I think that's a king snake. And they're like, all right. Well, the snake bit my brother's friend on like the finger. And I remember coming home from school, getting off the school bus and walking in the house, and like right after I get off, my brother and his friend are with this snake, and I don't like snakes. I'm like, oh, and next thing I know, we're on a dirt road, and this damn, wildlife officer comes whipping into my driveway, and he comes running out. He's like, boys, I'm sorry, but that's not a king snake, that's a coral snake. And right about that time, my brother's friend David said, God damn it, I know it. And he threw the snake up in the air, and he fell out. He fell out in the middle of my living room floor.
Oh my God!
And he was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. I mean, because coral snakes and king snakes look the same. There's that yellow touches black, friend of Jack, red touches yellow, kill a fella. And
red,
I'm just
yellow, kill a fella. That's the part
right.
to remember.
That's right.
Oh,
if the red touches the yellow, get the fuck away from it. Get a big hoe or a gun, something.
So I'm like 8 years old, getting off the school bus, and I walk in, and that's not the craziest thing. It's like a couple weeks before that, my two brothers burnt down the backyard in part of the national forest, and I can't. And I came.
Lively family there, buddy.
And I came home from school to that, and I was like, "Oh, are you kidding? What the hell?
What happened? Brother burned down the forest.
Some dango good old Florida boys, man.
No shit.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
MSC, be careful, my friend.
Oh no, those are many years.
Those are days past. I know exactly how you feel. Diana Mallory, bequeather of our gong, donated $50 through Super Chat and said, "Happy Father's Day, Papa Blue Dot." Diana Mallory, thank you very much. And Chuckster255 just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, The crowd at Donnie's rally last night was as small as his hands. So say it took through 255. That's about right too. It's nothing to be proud of there. I'm telling you, y'all have been so kind tonight. I love y'all. Y'all have been very kind. It blows me away sometimes how kind this family is.
And if I could,
yes, sir. I'm going to take it on the chin for that. You know I am.
Help me understand the severity of the ousting of Berman in the Southern District of New York.
Oh boy. Well, thanks for throwing logic in here, Dennis. We all appreciate it. We're having a fine time, and now here you go, having to throw in Donnie into this shit. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you did, brother, because what else? It's like everything that happens. We know why he fired him. Because the Southern District of New York is after his ass. And it's going to hang him and Rudy Giuliani, and we all know this. There's been investigations going on. It's the same fucking thing he's done with the inspector generals of pick a branch. It doesn't matter. Anybody that starts to investigate, anybody that starts to look into anything of his is fired. And if nothing screams, Barr ought to be impeached yesterday. That little weasel is nothing but a cheap criminal. I don't even like to call him a lawyer. I don't know what the hell that guy is. But this is just another
Eddie
slap.
Fogger.
Huh? Who?
Eddie Fogger.
Eddie's father, yeah.
That's Eddie Fogger. He's a cheesy lawyer.
Oh, is that right? Well, pardon me for not knowing that, but that's what
like
he is.
Ambulance chaser.
That's all this man has ever been all his life, too. Barr has been that guy to come and give the legal. He's like the Mike Pence of the lawyers. Mike Pence came out. I forgot what show he was talking about it on the Tim Kramal show today. One of the
reason why he had to fire Berman. Berman was investigating.
Rudy.
The
Turkish
Giuliani
bank.
And the Turkish banks, which Donnie has borrowed an awful lot of money for and was trying to make deals for to get reelected because, he wanted to build a hotel in Turkey. And that's why him and Erdogan were such good friends.
And
he just praises the hell out of Erdogan.
And
that's why... when Erdogan came out about Khashoggi being killed and he was going to release it to the United Nations, which they have the tape. They know that Trump's little demon seed son-in-law and the Saudis conspired to do that shit. They know that. So what's a better way to get SDNY off your case but to fire the guy who's running the place? Only he pulled a fast one on him because Barr could not fire him. He wasn't hired and he wasn't appointed. He was put in his job by judges.
Yes.
He was seated.
So that's how come that
he said, I'm not resigning and I ain't leaving until my replacement is picked, and that's when they picked his deputy.
Exactly.
Because Barr was going to put one of his flunkies in that job, who again is unqualified.
He's head of the Securities and Exchange. He's not even a lawyer. He wants to put one of his cronies is not even an attorney, into the U.S. District Attorney's office in the Southern District of New York. If you want to know how crooked this president is, that's it. It's gotten to the point where it's downright ridiculous. I think it was Nadler that I seen on the earlier shows today when they were talking about the should Barr be impeached, and the answer is yes. But who has time for it right now? We got 4 months to an election.
The best we get to do is get Trump's ass out of office, and then they all go. All his speculative so-called acting whatever position they're in this week.
Yes. Yeah, this
all
week.
All his secretaries of whatever department that they are trying to destroy.
Confirmed by the Senate. The only thing being confirmed by the Senate is cheap-ass lawyers that aren't qualified for the judgeships they're receiving. It's ridiculous, but hold on to your britches, baby, because it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Before it gets better.
Yeah, it is.
I understand that the lady that took over the the Southern District's position there is a highly qualified and well trusted individual. That was the assistant there, assistant U.S. attorney.
And she's fully aware of every case that was going on that was investigating Trump's dumb ass.
So what's his move?
And they are going to try to get rid of her too.
Yes, they will. You know, at some point, you would think that at some point that the Republican Party itself, that those senators in the Republican Party they're not going to. You know, I keep waiting for some freaking thing to happen that it's the straw that breaks the camel. There are no straws. You can dump a freaking ton of logs on this camel. It's not going to break. And that's the part of what I was talking about earlier that it makes me worried. I'm not conceding Biden's win yet. We're going to have to fight tooth and nail for it because this shit's going to get bad.
Yep.
And
every vote needs to count.
Every vote.
And that's why I say if all of us that are listening right now, just go out and register one person.
Make sure somebody else goes with you. You know?
Yeah,
it will make a difference.
It will. It will. It not only makes a difference
in the nation. Klan rallies and giving everybody COVID, it'll make a difference.
It makes a difference in your life. It'll make a difference in your life because the way it makes you feel when you feel like you've done something right. And discussing this in our society is the right thing to do right now. With so much, not only Donnie and his illegal behavior all over the freaking place, race relations in this nation, the health system in this, there are many subjects right now, forefront of this population, that have to be talked about. And there is no better way to show your civic duty is to have that discussion with people that you know. And because you walk away thinking, well, you learned something, they learned something, and you're being involved. It is a small way of doing it just with the people that you know, to make them more aware of the importance of them being involved in this election. We can't stress that enough.
You know, John, I had a conversation with my co-grandmother the other day, and she's a white lady, and she's moved out of her safe little haven up here in Humboldt County and is down in the middle of California now. Well, she's in an area where there's a lot more Latinos in that area. And she made this statement. First thing she said was, I don't want to sound racist, but at that point, she had already identified herself.
It's always that butt thing.
Never do that. Never do that.
And so she explained her situation, and I told her, I said, well, I'm not going to say that you're racist. And she's like, you know me, you're part of my family. I love all the colors. I'm for everybody. Yeah. I said, then you've got to stop running around saying I don't want to sound racist, and then put a but on it.
Yeah.
Because that makes
something racist.
That means your next statement is going to be racist.
Yeah. I found that usually when people start a conversation with, well, I'm not racist, but, well, they're about to say the most racist shit you probably ever heard in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a
and she felt comfortable enough to talk to me, and that was good. I welcomed the conversation. Okay, but in talking to her, I did find out that she is a Trump supporter. I had always known that. That's why we never talked politics. I tried to keep politics out the family like that, right?
I feel you. And two things you shouldn't talk about.
Well, here's the thing. I told her, I said, hey, you know what? It's not my position to tell you who to vote for. But since you don't know who Biden is and you don't think that he has any standing in being the president, although he was vice president for 8 years, he actually has a history that you could go and investigate if you wanted to do some research. And you should also do some research on Trump, too. Do your research. And I said, the only thing I'm going to tell you to do is be an informed voter.
Be an informed
citizen. Before you go to the polls. Yeah. Be an informed voter. Because if you're going just to vote for one or the other and you don't know what they're about, you're making a mistake.
Yep. And Teresa Diggum just reminded us why we have to watch out. She just donated $2 to Super Chat, and she said they hired Karl Rove. So saith Teresa Diggum. Yes, that's it right there. They hired Karl Rove. So guess where we're going, baby? In the ditch.
Yeah.
You know, we're going in the ditch.
Informed voters. Can you explain to me, or maybe to Europe, why all these presidential election ads are not about politics, they're not about policy, they're not about programs, they're only about making the other guy look bad? What is that?
That's the way it's been for. That's what's worked. That's what's worked in this country for a long time. And now that foreign entities are behind getting a message out, like Russia, like China, it's designed to create separation. And isn't that exactly what it's doing?
Yeah, that is exactly what it's doing.
It's very effective. Very effective, Hank.
Good night, Eva Adams.
And the American people need to wake the fuck up. Don't you know what they're doing to you with the advertising? Do some freaking research. Be an informed voter before you go to the polls, not just on the presidents, but on every issue on the ballot.
Yeah.
In your own neighborhood.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Did y'all see where Kentucky was cutting the number of polling places for Tuesday's primaries from 3,700 to 200?
Yep, 3,700.
We got 600,000 people going to 200 polls.
Yeah, like
That's
616,000 registered voters in Louisville's Jefferson County alone.
Yeah.
Lie, cheat, steal. It's the GOP mantra nowadays.
It is voter suppression at its working, and it's right in front of your face. They used to hide this shit. They don't even care to hide it anymore.
Nope.
And you know what the answer is? Take us to court. You know why? Because they got the courts. Because they're stacking the courts.
Yes.
That's how come they're doing this shit. Because they think they can get away with it. Because they got some judge in their pocket. This, and
they don't give a fuck what he does. They don't care if he tears the country apart, as long as they get their courts. They want to save the fetuses. God forbid they fucking be born and become a drain on society. Just so long as they're in the womb, let's save the
Nomad
fetus.
said a minute ago, they're afraid of losing their power. And
exactly.
To them, their power is the ability to rob this nation at free will. Because that's what Republicans do as a normal course of business.
And depressed.
And
suppressed.
Maybe the pro-choice people should start campaigning to the Republicans and the nitwits that...
No, the pro-choice people need to get the fuck out and go vote.
Yeah, the pro-choice people need to...
Fetuses when born... cause a food stamp problem. So that's why you should be in favor of abortion.
Well, we figured we'd just stop doing pregnancy testing, and that should stop all.
Yeah, as long as we don't do pregnancy tests, no one's getting pregnant.
We're going to zero out the population over here real quick.
Very clever. But it's not a democracy, is it? That way.
It is. Sure it is. You're free to be as ignorant you want in this country. That's the problem.
Okay.
You are free to be as stupid as you want to be. And we rage against these people all the time. And we know them. We've lived around them. They used to not be this way. There has been a change on the Republican side of this. And not for the better.
Yeah.
Not for the better. It has gone into the ditch. They no longer have a moral compass. If they do, somebody smashed it with a freaking rock, and y'all don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. It is a power thing.
Look, Trump held a Klan rally last night. He got 6,200 people to go into a closed arena, and he did not give a shit where
millions
if they caught coronavirus. And his own people had coronavirus. And they were there in Tulsa for a whole entire week spreading that shit around.
It saddened my heart to see a picture of this young couple at the rally. And what do they have right here with them? It is a newborn. And I'm not talking about a baby, a couple months old, 3 months old. No, this looks like maybe a week old at most, at best. And they brought that child into that arena where the possibility exists of this. That's not dedication to your cause. That's ignorance. That is blind. That is willing to put your own child at risk to follow this loudmouth liar, con man, who waves the flag and holds up a freaking Bible. This man has nothing to do with God, country, or any of the other nice things we like to think about. No apple pie, none of that crap. He's not interested in it. Never was.
The only thing he's interested in is sucking as much money out of this country as he possibly can.
He owes
for
a whole
his
lot
own
to Russia.
benefit.
He owes a lot of money to Russia. He's got to pay that shit off, one way or the other. If they poke him with an umbrella, that's the way it happens in that world. But I'm tired of watching this solid drain on our nation. This is gonna impact us for decades. The amount of money that they have stolen this time, and with the $500 billion that they already come right out and tell you, $500 billion. We don't have to tell you who we gave it to.
$500 billion of our taxpayer money that we don't have a say-so as to how the fuck it's spent.
And think of the ramifications of what $500 billion could do for this nation, for our society as a whole. It just boggles the mind, the audacity, the balls these people have to just outright steal the freaking money, throw a finger in your face and say, what are you going to do about it? Hey, we got the Justice Department in our pocket. And they do. They do. So we are dependent upon, when this administration gets its ass thrown out the door, all stinking, every stinking one of them, that they be persecuted, they be prosecuted for the freaking shit they've done. They have to pay back this money. We want the freaking money back. That money's gone.
So important that we vote and we stand in line until our vote is taken and counted. It is so important. Voter suppression is going to be off the rails this time. Yes. If you thought it was bad last time, it's going to be off the rails this time. And if you have to stand in line, do not get out of that line until you cast your vote.
And if you see anybody that is told that they cannot vote, don't let them rush it out the door without telling them. You have a right to a provisional ballot. Get that person a provisional ballot. Have them fill it out now. And stand up for other people that are being challenged.
You do? Right now, you make sure you're on the voter roll. Don't wait until that day to find out that you're not on the roll.
Do it with a smile.
Go and check it out now. If you have any doubt, fill out another fucking card and get registered again.
Go up to the voter registration and smile and just say you want to check to make sure that you're ready to vote that lying piece of shit out of the office.
That's right.
You want to make sure you're ready.
You can call them.
Yes, you can call them. You can make sure that all your shits, that you're on the voter rolls, that you're a registered voter in your county, in your district, and that is important. And like I say, encourage your friends and others
and do it
to
now.
do the same. Yeah, because
do it now.
Yeah,
Don't wait.
Prior planning prevents poor performance in pissy presidents.
They are counting on us not being able to vote, and we got to make sure that we are able to vote. Don't take it for granted that you're registered, especially with the party that you want to be registered with.
There has never been a time.
Go make sure
that this country has not needed every citizen that we can muster. Think of it as a war for independence.
We take for granted that we can vote in this country.
Yes.
There's places around this world where they don't get a chance.
They don't get that chance, baby. And that's where Donnie wants to take us. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to tell Bernadette if she can see my post I just put in the show discussion.
Which one?
Let me get over there.
Yeah, look at there. Angela Merkel showing Donnie how to drink. For those who can't see, is Donnie trying to hold up a glass of water, and the other picture has German Chancellor Merkel holding up a big old glass of beer, one-handed.
Big ass mug of beer.
Big ass jug of beer. Jesus, them Germans, I'll tell you what, they believe in
They
that
know how
beer.
to do it.
Yes, they do, and so do
They
them damn
know how to do
Australians.
it.
They'll drink your ass under the
know.
table. Don't challenge them people.
The reason Trump has to use two hands because every time he touches this Bible, it burns.
Yeah,
Only
yeah, he needs two hands, all right, because the glass is too big. And, it doesn't matter how small the glass is; he just still needs two hands to do it.
So Christopher Baker wants me to tell you guys that you can check online to see if you are registered, and if you got a connection, get online and go find out. You could call your county register to check to see if you're registered.
Yes.
There's numerous ways you could go about it. And if you just have any doubt, go to the DMV and get a registration card and fill it out and send it in.
Yeah. Just do whatever it takes. That's what the thing is. That's what the main drive is. Do whatever it takes to make sure that you're prepared for November 3rd, or if you can get a mail-in vote ballot, any way that absentee ballot that you can do in your state or district, do that. Pre-prepared. If you can vote by mail, get after that stuff. It makes you feel good.
If you can vote by mail, vote by mail. We do it here in California. I know they do it in Colorado. Utah is a full vote by mail state. So is Oregon. If you can vote by mail, make it easy on yourself. You have time to look over your ballot and do some research and be an informed voter.
Some people's sense of humor, you just have to love them for it. Sherry P. donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Do you mean to tell me that if I hadn't had that mammogram, I wouldn't have had cancer?" So saith Sherry P. Yep, I'm sorry to tell you, darling. That's
right.
what it was.
That's
It was
right.
the test. If you hadn't had the test, it wouldn't have never happened. And isn't that sad that our president actually thinks that way? It's not they're saying he's being tongue-in-cheek. That's what... one of his
you know what?
freaking idiots
you know what?
heads said
People
today.
are dying. This is not time. I'm sorry. I was just typing
you're right.
Trump.
Fuck Trump. I knew you'd get it in there. I knew you'd get it in there, baby. Fuck him.
Fuck him and his just joking and being whatever the fuck he thinks he is.
Yeah, he's not.
This shit ain't funny. People are actually dying. You really just said that, and you stayed there and you watched him any fucking way. You should have got your ass up and walked out on his ass.
They should have.
Said
because
that
at
and
some
many
point,
other things.
You would have thought that this is the big kickoff rally to restart Donnie's campaign. Let's get it out there. Let's wave the flag. Let's talk about the future. What are we going to... No, it wasn't that. It was his old slip, his comedy routine. And that's what he does. And you have to wonder, those people sitting up in the freaking crowd, at least one or two of them at least. Hell, I saw Jim Jordan up in the crowd, standing up there, the congressman from Ohio.
But
are you
but
shitting me?
But then there was just a whole bunch of empty blue seats.
Yes, there was.
Blue seats.
Blue seats.
Yes.
I like that. I like the fact that they were
that entire speech looked like a beginning comedian in a cafe, but nobody had the guts to throw beer.
And do you know how many comedians are out of work right now? And he's looking for a job.
Yeah, he needs a job. He's getting fired from this one. That's what one of his freaking talking heads was
By the way, I sent my
tongue-in-cheek.
postcards off, and some of my postcards said Obama was a better president.
Outstanding.
You're fired.
You're fired, baby. Get the hell out. Yeah, it's he loves that shit, don't you know it? And you just have to hope that he sees it, If not, maybe they'll put it. Hey, Bernadette, maybe they'll all go into the presidential library.
Well, I sent him a letter too.
Oh, well, that'll go in there.
Actually, I sent him 2 letters.
You go in there
I sent him his signature back. That little piece of paper that he said I should be so grateful for his orange magnanimous ways. That one with his big-ass signature on it. Yeah, I gave that back to him.
When he scribbles, he wants the world to know he knows how to sign his freaking name.
Right.
It's sad.
So he got postcards and the letters at the same time. My son told him Nixon was a better president. He quit. You're fired.
You're fired. Okay. Well, I guess that's... Oh, shit, it's only 7 o'clock. Oh, well, let the names go early.
Huh? No, I didn't. We got a ticker on here, and really, you can keep it going for about another 4 minutes before we hit the hour and a half. It's up to you. Oh. I always play it because there's so many names. I want to make sure they get seen. Yeah, so
those are our Patreon members. We have several new Patreon members this month. We appreciate that very much.
And thank you to everybody who's donated via super chat tonight. You guys
That was
have
a
been
big
awesome.
night tonight. It was
awesome.
Off the charts. I can't believe it. It's just unbelievable what this family did tonight and continues to do. And it blows us away. It really does. Now I can plan that vacation to the Bahamas and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going. Ain't never
Travis,
been there.
You're going to your own small island with your own small
I am
army.
indeed. It's called my backyard.
That's what you're going.
That's where I'm going. No, but that
he
does
thought
allow
he
us
put
to
on
go.
that VR machine again.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I had a great time with that. We'll have to. Lone Wolf is going to have to get his stuff together. Blue Hank, if you get it together, yeah.
Well, Hank has already been flying Flight Simulator,
that's
so
true.
he's ready.
We just need to hook up. Lone Wolf said he's going to get his going, and Dennis,
take your VR headset from your boy and come play video games with my dad, and I'll play video games with you too. But still, come on.
Hey, Travis, clearly you haven't read your message yet.
had to check your message, huh?
Have you sent me shit?
That shit. He sent you something.
Yeah, I guess
he
I
wouldn't
better
be
go
asking
look.
you that.
I'll go look here in just a second.
Hi, Don. Vote for freedom. Fight for your freedom. For your right.
I'll-
Fight for your right to vote.
Slack.
That's true,
We
Miss
are
Nomad.
tentatively going to be Corpus on July
Hashtag bye,
13th
Don.
to 15th.
Outstanding. Did you catch that, Dad?
What? I'm sorry.
Dennis is going to be in town.
Oh, you coming to Corpus, bub?
July 13th through 15th. We're tentatively reserved a hotel down there.
That's good deal. Good deal. Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Outstanding. Wouldn't be the first time we met, though, huh, Dennis?
Not at all.
Not at all, buddy. Not at all. I have had the pleasure.
I met him more than you, though. Just saying.
Hey. Well, that's true. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Well, I
Go
went
ahead.
and tried to catch Pokemon with him. We got a little late, so I didn't really get to do that, but we got to talk Pokemon, so I think let me get on
at
this.
Behind. See? Elia Esparza out in California donated $2 to Super Chat and said 15. 15. I don't know what that means, Elia, but thank you very much, darling. We appreciate it very much. I like where Elia lives. You could walk to Rodeo Drive, I think. I don't know. She lives right down there near Hollywood and all that shit, I think. Beautiful area. I've seen out her window before. Anyway, not personally. A picture. It's not like I ran over to Elia's house. She probably hit me in the head with a frying pan and chased me out anyway. So.
She said she meant to purchase 15 but screwed up.
Oh, baby, you never screw up. It's never a mess up. $2 is plenty, baby. We appreciate it. It's been a tremendous night for as far as this Blue Dot family goes, period. And not only y'all's generosity, but the conversations that I see going on in front of me all the time. People that are responding. Ah, shit! Holy crap!
What did you do?
I dropped Commander Blue Wave.
No!
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, shame.
Court martial.
I mean to tell you.
Marshal, yes.
Oh, no. This ain't gonna. We gotta put his shit back on. Yes, sir. Aye, sir.
Report.
Yeah, no shit. Find my ass in the brig real quick. There you go, sir. Are you shitting me? I gotta be more.
You gotta move your desk around because your gong is going off the table.
Oh, no. No.
Is it possible to make like those air castles for your dad, but he can put his radio show inside of that? Safer.
Wait a minute. What is it that you want? Or what?
Like a blow-up castle in which he can do his radio show so that he doesn't break anything.
Well, I mean, look, to be fair, if it's a bounce castle and I'm free to go in there with a laptop and do the tech from there and bounce around while we do the show, hell yeah, we'll make that happen.
I want to see it.
Yeah. There's lots of shit he wants to put on camera just to amuse you all. Oh, you ought to see Dad when he's doing this shit.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty dope, though. What was that, Dennis?
An office full of inflatable furniture.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Cool, yeah.
See, that's like I might have to stick
They're
to
cardboard.
games.
At least it won't break.
I have to stick with games that you sit down, flying, driving, those kind of games. You put a lightsaber in my hand, I'm going to tear up your whole apartment in there, man.
Miss Nomad wants to get out the word. Vote to rescue America, to rescue freedom, to rescue democracy. That's how important voting is this November. Vote.
It is to rescue America.
Here.
It is indeed, Miss Nomad.
Don't
And you want to know?
Disturbed the commander while
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even go. I can't go to Captain's Nest. I can't go to Captain's Nest. I'm telling you, don't give me no ideas now. Thanks a lot, Bertie. Appreciate that shit. Yeah, that's the one that did it, boss. Anyway,
So may the force be with all of us, okay?
all of us.
Yeah, that's shit.
More precisely, we are the force. We are
Yes,
the
we
force.
are.
Think about that, baby.
Let's make it happen.
And so let's make the force happen, and take back this country. And it may sound sometimes corny, when someone like Miss Nomad says, "Vote to rescue America, rescue freedom." Indeed, I agree with her 100%. And sometimes we have to remember that we need to take back this. What I always feel is the robbery the right has taken over the patriotism of this country. They lay claim to their to patriots, that they love this country far more than the liberals. I dare them. I dare them, because baby, it's us that have stood up for the American citizens time after time after time. Republican Party has done one thing: fought to put an asterisk next to somebody's freaking name and determine who they are and what they can do with them. That's not America, baby. America is every one of them. If you're transgender, if you are gay, if you are Muslim, if you're white, if you're black, I don't give a shit. It's American. And that is the beauty of this country. That we are still continuing to fight to make our country live up to the documents that we cherish. We cherish the Constitution, but we fight every day to live up to it. So keep that in mind, baby. Wave the flag in your heart, because you are indeed fighting for this country as much as any pays up out of the South to attack our nation. The Confederacy.
It's a cult.
That's all. It's a cult.
That's all.
It's all it's regulated nowadays to just a ragtag group of Nazis, neo-Nazis, Klansmen, all-right homophobes, and other idiots of the day. The deplorables that Hillary called out after it, baby. But I want you to remember, feel that patriotism. You should be proud of all of us in this room, all of us in this family, that we are standing up for the right side of history, baby. And the other side can worry about where they are, what page in history they take. But I'm proud of the ones that y'all are writing in our history book, baby. Anyway, anybody want to throw some corny shit out there? Hey, got any corny shit? Anybody want to?
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. There you go. See?
I'm sorry. That's the only thing that came out of my mouth.
Pretty patriotic at this point, baby. That's exactly it. All right, people. What's that?
Give us back New Amsterdam, and we'll be out of your hair.
There you go. There you go. New Amsterdam.
And Manhattan. We want Manhattan too.
You want it back, huh?
Yeah, we want it back.
Yeah, I think you could do probably a better job than we have. We will indeed take this country back, and when we do, always remember, that's when the work starts, baby. All this.
Hey, we got a building on Fifth Avenue. We'll sell you.
Really?
Is it the Golden Tower?
Plumbing up there just for that. Little urinals
Nice
that
and
surround the
neighbors.
bed. Yeah, really. Anyway.
Does it have a dark room? Sorry.
I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight and being a part of this family. And to all those that were so generous tonight, thank you very much. That's a big thing y'all did tonight, and we appreciate it tremendously. Thank you for being in this family. Thank for you for being in the chat and having that conversation going back and forth. It just makes me feel. How come that thing's froze?
And happy Father's Day to all the Blue Dot dads out there.
Indeed, that is true. Happy Pappy Day. And it's not over yet. Still trying to suck up a little bit. I'm going to go back out there. It's Father's Day. Somebody get me some tea. That kind of stuff. It only works for one day, so take advantage of it. But
take advantage, John.
Yeah. To all our Blue Dot families out there that are fathers, we got the best job in the world, baby. We really did. We made out like bandits. And my sons make me proud every day, as I'm sure yours do. So anyway, Bernadette, again, thank you so much for your voice, baby. It's always powerful and it's always on point, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And Blue
Happy
Dot,
Father's Day.
Thank you. I was fixing to say Happy Father's Day to you. See, it just.
Hey, I was in that role for a while.
I know you were. So happy Surrogate Father's Day. And you're doing a fine job,
Thank
too.
you.
I see that in your kids. So we take a little pride in that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, dear. And Blue Dot Hank, buddy, we always appreciate you being here all the way from the Netherlands. That the Armada hasn't reached us yet, but we are expecting to see them on the horizon any day now. And they are coming to our rescue, buddy. And we appreciate y'all tremendously over there. And all our Blue Dots around the world.
Thanks.
Right. And I'll meet you in the air, my friend, maybe. Let's hook up in the air and fly a little.
Oh, yes. Yes, certainly.
Outstanding. And Dennis, I'll do the same with you, buddy. We'll hook up in the air and fly around a little bit. Let's see if I can go over and just edge your wing up a little bit, I was trying to do that last night with Tyler. We just couldn't get close enough. I wanted to get close enough to him that I could just put my wing underneath his wing and then just take a dive. See if somebody's wing has to give. Your wing or his wing, somebody's wing is coming off. Anyway, Dennis, thank you for the phone call earlier, and thank you for being here, my friend. Outstanding. And SC, what can we say, buddy? Your voice is always welcome here. It's always an addition. Take care, everybody, in Tallahassee for us. And, again, we appreciate you being here, bub.
Well, thank you again for letting me get in the room. And, again, happy Father's Day to you and everybody else out there. And it's always a pleasure to be able to drop in and get my voice in when I can and to listen to everybody else, especially Bernadette. God bless you.
There you go, buddy. There you go. And now we're all going to run up to the Blue Room and have more conversation up there. Again, I encourage you to get Discord find us in there, and come join the conversation over there. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming in. Tomorrow's Monday, baby. We start the shit all over again. There's going to be After the Fire and the Bourbon. The book's coming out. Mary Trump's book. Bolton's book. The drama. It goes on every day.
Great shit.
As the world turns. Tune in tomorrow for another exciting episode to see what fucking things he sets on fire tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for being here. I love y'all. Y'all say goodnight to everybody. Yep, tomorrow's Monday. We'll do our rant. We'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. Stay involved, stay informed, and fight for this country, baby. Keep doing that, and we will win. We'll see y'all later. Bye now.